In a very first story, the new Patriotic Party caucus in Parliament says it's prevented clashes on the floor of Parliament. As leader of the group, says intelligence available to its outfit indicates that clashes would have erupted at the last emergency recall of the House. Now, both sides of Parliament have been at each other's throats over who constitutes majority in Parliament since Speaker Alban Bagben's declaration of 4 seats as vacant. The situation has led to 3 separate emergency recalls and indefinite adjournments, with a 4th currently on its way. Commenting on why his side of the House failed to show up on the floor of Parliament despite leading a recall of Parliament, Efutu MP Alexander Penyumakin explained that his outfit had intelligence that violence could have erupted in the chamber, and he was speaking on Newsfile a while ago.
The understanding was that, in fact, he was even going to recall Parliament without recourse to our application so that it would be neater. That was the understanding we had. We said, no problem. Now we said, get your people to go back to their seat, which was the only issue outstanding. Mr. Speaker again assured the Council of State and these prominent chiefs that, oh, it has no problem, and that the sitting arrangement is the responsibility of the clerk, not his responsibility. I said, okay, no problem, we agree. We waited upon him thinking that we were going to recall Parliament the next day, Wednesday. It didn't happen. Then he traveled out of the country and issued a statement on his way that Parliament be recalled the next week, Thursday, which was 7th of November. We had no problem with that. We continued to reach out. When he came back on Wednesday, when he came, I think he came back on Tuesday. His press conference was on Wednesday. He came back on Tuesday. Council of State met us on Tuesday and said that they had an appointment with Mr. Speaker on Wednesday so that we can all discuss and then get the other side to go back to their seat. And we said, okay. Then on the Wednesday, Mr. Speaker himself, the Drabin came to Accra. He avoided meeting the Council of State chairman. And then he said he was going to do a press conference. We sat in our offices, waiting that Mr. Speaker will make time for all of us to sit down, only for him to do his press conference rather unreconciliatory language, attacking the president, the judiciary, and all.
The last time the NDC was in the House before you entered, why this time, why were they again in there before you entered?
You see, Sunson, there are things that, for the sake of the country, I can't say on air. I'm sure you, as a media practitioner, you know some of these things. That place was boiling, and some of our members were not going to take any of the behavior of our colleagues. My duty was to prevent any bloodshed. There was no way, if I had allowed MPP members to also enter the chamber, they would sit on consent for somebody to take their seat.
President Akufo-Addo says the effectiveness of the policies introduced by his administration has significantly transformed Ghana's agricultural sector, bringing the country closer to food security. Northern Ghana is currently reeling under the effects of dry spell, raising concerns over a possible food shortage based on the impact of reports issued by the Ministry of Agriculture. Accompanying this challenge is drop in cocoa output, which dropped by more than half of the country's average production capacity. Earlier, the Peasants Farmers Association of Ghana called on the government to prioritize resources towards strengthening agricultural support. Weapia Awal Ajugwala is president of the group. Now, however, speaking at the 40th Farmers' Day celebration in Accra, President Akufo-Addo maintains that his administration over the last 8 years has brought transformation to the agricultural sector.
This initiative, as many of you know, was structured around 5 important modules: food crops, planting for exports and rural development, livestock, mechanization, and greenhouse horticulture. The focus was not only increasing food production, but also enhancing the value of Ghana's exports and creating sustainable jobs. After 6 years of significant progress, we assessed and upgraded the program, resulting in the second phase, PFJ Phase 2, which we launched in August 2023. This enhanced version represents a shift from traditional subsidies to a more sustainable agricultural input credit system, linked directly to market arrangements. It is our intention that PFJ Phase 2 will open new doors for our farmers and enable Ghana to build a resilient, self-sustaining agricultural economy. The results of these efforts are evident, and today we can stand proudly before the world. Between 2017 and 2023, our agricultural GDP growth rate rose significantly from 2.7% to an average of 5.7%. Additionally, the production of stable crops such as cereals, legumes, and tubers saw remarkable growth, increasing by more than 100%, 68%, and 59% respectively. These are not just statistics. They represent more food on the table, more jobs, and greater prosperity for our farmers. The increased output has brought us closer to food self-sufficiency, particularly in crops such as maize, cassava, and plantain. Furthermore, the value of our non-traditional agricultural exports grew from $371 million United States dollars in 2016 to $519 million United States dollars in 2022, underscoring Ghana's growing influence in the global agricultural market. Our efforts have also been recognized internationally. In the African Union's 2023 Biennial Review Assessment of Agricultural Development among member states, Ghana was ranked as the top performing country in West Africa, a testament to the dedication and hard work of our farmers and to the effective policies implemented by the Akufo-Addo government. From 7th place in 2017 to 1st place today, this is an achievement that belongs to you, the Ghanaian farmer.
We'll bring you the sound from the president of the Peasant Farmers Association a while we appear later. But now let's go to Teiman, where the Teiman municipality of the Bono East region has 64-year-old Veronica Foriwa, who was adjudged the overall best farmer in the municipality. She charged young women in the area to take advantage of the numerous farming opportunities to help shape their lives. Anna Sabit was at the event and filed the following report.
64-year-old Victoria Foriwa, a resident of Mangwase, was adjudged the overall best farmer in the Teiman municipality of the Bono East region. She took home a tricycle and other farm inputs worth thousands of Ghana cedis at the 40th edition of the National Farmers' Day celebrations held in Teiman. Victoria Foriwa, who could not hide her excitement at the recognition, admonished all, particularly young women, to venture into agriculture, which according to her is profitable. Municipal Chief Executive for Teiman, Benjamin Ojako, who paid glowing tribute to the teeming farmers across the area, used the occasion to thank them for their selfless commitment towards the success of government's flagship agric programs, including the planting of food and jobs, and charged them to do more.
And I want to take this opportunity to thank all our farmers for their selfless and dedicated services to the nation, for supporting the government flagship program of planting of food and jobs phase 1 and 2, and then committing to food productions for us to have abundance of food within our tenure as a government. And I think we can only thank them and encourage them to do more, because Ghana depends much on agriculture.
Minister for Local Government and Rural Development and Member of Parliament for Teiman South Constituency, Martina J. Mensah-Kosa, charged other farmers who did not win awards this year to continue their sacrifices towards feeding Mother Ghana, and assured them that his office is considering rewarding farmers in the area with better remunerations as done to teachers within the municipality.
We congratulate those who have received various awards, and we urge those who did not to work harder so that they can next year. In my address to them, I did admonish that going forward, like we do award teachers within this municipality, we'll try and make some efforts. Some very handsome awards have gone to teachers in the annual teachers awards that we do. We intend to take a look at what they also are doing so we can improve on the award that they get. But by and large, it's been very good.
He was, however, optimistic that the upgrade of the municipality into a metropolis would help attract businesses and industries, a move that would help both the entities and the Teiman metropolis at large.
I believe that going forward, where we are today as a metropolitan would open up bigger opportunities for us in terms of businesses and industries coming into Teiman to do business. Going forward from here, we should expect to see some improvements within the business environment. More people trooping in, more businesses coming up and taking advantage of the produce that we produce here to feed their industries and everybody within the chain.
The 2024 National Farmers' Day celebrations was held under the theme, Building Climate Resilient Agriculture for Sustainable Food Security. Anna Sabit, Joy News, Teiman.
Let's take a quick break. We'll return with more. Please stay. Welcome back. Let's do some other stories now. Now, the vice presidential candidate of the new Patriotic Party, Dr. Matthew Opoku-Prempeh, has reiterated the future of Ghana is digitization. He stressed that Ghana would benefit enormously from the fourth industrial revolution when all sectors are integrated into the digital system. Hence, the government's decision to improve technology infrastructure and build human capacity. And he was speaking at the opening ceremony of the 66th Ghana Medical Association annual general conference in the Volta region.
The 66th Annual General Conference of the Ghana Medical Association was on the theme, Fostering Technology, Entrepreneurship and Professionalism in Ghana's Health Sector. Addressing the conference, the vice presidential candidate of the new Patriotic Party, Dr. Matthew Opoku-Prempeh, underscored the government's commitment to leverage digitization to develop the country.
But the future of the country is in the digital world. Every sector of society is gone digital. In Ghana, we forget that we are so privileged that we are at the forefront of emerging technologies. Just last week, we launched 5G network in the country that transforms internet access and speeds in the country. It actually enables telemedicine and telehealth to be done in real time in a better way than ever. And we've launched it in Ghana. So the health sector, and like you said, the future of the health sector is in digitalization. And the man of the woman for digitalization is nobody that Dr. Mahama.
The Minister of Health, Dr. Okoboye, hinted at the introduction of an electronic waiver system for health workers.
I am very excited that the next chapter of this government is going to be a very interesting one. That is if you help to make it possible. Every daughter will have a unique ID number in the GRA system. If you're a daughter, when you get to the port, they can tell we are going to avoid the manual system and use an electronic clearance for all the regular for daughters.
The president of the Ghana Medical Association, Dr. Frank Srebuo, laid a proposal before the government on the operations of the Agenda 111 projects.
Is it possible for some of the Agenda 111 projects to be ceded to doctors and other health workers as a form of group practice so that they pay back the government in time? The GAA has recently established a partnership with Stanbic Bank, small doctors who intend to go into private practice with funding that are at highly competitive interest rates. So maybe we can leverage on that and see if we can pick up some of these projects when you allow us.
A renowned medical pathologist, Professor Ajiman Bedu Akosa, called for a collaborative effort towards improving the medical profession.
The leadership of GMA, as far as we're concerned, the heads of the medical schools, the regulatory agencies, and the Ghana College must work together to put some emphasis on the soft skills and help bring the profession where it should belong.
Fred Kwame Asari, Joy News, Sokode.
John Mahama has taken a swipe at the president for unveiling a statue in his honor. We'll tell you more as the flag bearer of the NDC takes his campaign to the central region. My colleague Maxwell Agbagba is standing by for us and reports. Maxwell, what can you report? Maxwell, if you can hear me, what is the status of the campaign in the central region? What's happening? Talk to us. Well, we're trying to connect with my colleague Maxwell Agbagba, who is embedded in John Mahama's campaign, and he'll be telling us shortly what's happening in the central region. Maxwell, if you're with us, tell us what's happening with the campaign tour of the central region with former President John Mahama.
Meters away from where we're standing right now, but it is a party, it is a carnival here on the streets of Brakwa as these young supporters, some of them first-time voters, await the arrival of the NDC presidential candidate John Mahama. Like you can see, these young ones have actually blocked the road, making it very difficult for anyone who is using the stretch to get to the rally, ground. It's a party happening right here in the middle of the street. And this is a part of the campaign that often you don't get to see. Often you get to hear more about the speeches from the presidential candidates, but on the sidelines also, it's usually a big party on the sidelines. And that is what we're witnessing here this afternoon in the Sikuma Odobin Brakwa constituency here in the central region, specifically at Brakwa. Very soon I'll be taking you in there to see what is happening. We'll also take you to the rally ground, which is about, like I said, 50 meters away from where I'm standing, to see what's happening there. Let's speak to this gentleman. Let's see if he will talk to us. Hi, what's your name?
Bernard.
Bernard?
Yeah.
Bernard, what's your last name?
Oh, yeah, Bernard Ahin.
Bernard Ahin.
Yeah.
What do you do here in this constituency?
I'm driving regional organizer, central regional organizer.
Central regional organizer?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm speaking to the right person. You've seen these young people having huge fun, great fun here, right in the middle of the street. Tell us, What is making them so excited?
Really, you have to see for this current government. This is youth people. They have seen work is not in the country. Work they don't get work to do. They don't have anything because they are suffering. They are finding it difficult to get food to eat because right now, our next president, Republic of Ghana, John Mahama, is coming here, right here. So you see this crowd, they're happy to see John Mahama here.
Tell me, for residents of Esikuma Dobin Brakwa, what are the major issues that you think will play out in these elections here in this constituency? I know the issue of roads will be one of them because we use a road coming here, not really in the best of shape.
Really, but I hope John Mahama come. Their major problem is cocoa business, how they will increase, the government will increase cocoa. And they have seen our incoming president, Akufo-Addo, is not increased cocoa increasement for them, but they hope that if John Dramani Mahama come, the cocoa price will go top. Yeah.
Again, what's your name and then your designation?
Yeah, Benadain.
Benadain.
Yeah, I'm the Central Regional Organizer driver.
Okay. Hi. Okay, so you see this gentleman waving. Let's speak. Hi, what's your name?
I'm Don Kinsley Amankra.
What do you do here in this country?
No, I'm from Bremen, Sikuma. Okay. No, I am 72-year-old man.
72?
Yes, and because of John Mahama, that's why I'm here, Okay. Yeah. And we needed change altogether. Yes. Because
what are some of the issues that would influence the choice that you make in the December elections?
The issues are plenty.
How would influence the choice that you make? For some people I've been speaking to, they say roads, they say jobs,
yes.
They say healthcare infrastructure, and all of that. For you, what are the issues?
The issues are in Esikuma Dobin Brakwa.
No, for you personally.
My personal issue is we need that John Mahama to come and change, reset Ghana for us.
Okay.
Yeah, he should come and reset Ghana for us because things are going bad. No, we don't. Look, since morning I've come here, I've no job, no money to shop. They say economic card is in. No, we are not in good mood. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let me. No, before I talk to you, we've been on the fringes. Let's take you inside to see what the party is like in there. Okay, I'll give you the opportunity to come. Let's get inside. Let's get inside. Let's see what's happening. So this is the party we're talking about. And like I mentioned, this is not a rally ground. This is on the streets here in Brakwa. And these young people are gathered here having fun, awaiting the arrival of the NDC presidential candidate, John Mahama. The rally itself is about 50 meters away from here. Hi, what's your name?
Yeah, my name is Justice Aponsa.
What will influence the choice you make in the December elections?
Oh, when you compare the Mahama to Akufo-Addo, you see that there is a difference between it. Mahama introduced progressive free secondary school. Mahama introduced free progressive secondary school. But when you come to the MPP, the free secondary school, they are doing it badly. It's not good for our children. So we want Mahama to come and then do the free SSS free. And when you are going to tertiary, you pay it free. So Mahama will come and do it better. Free secondary school. Mahama, he come and stay. Mahama is good. Mahama is better than Akufo-Addo and Bawumia. Thank you.
Hi, what's your name?
Okay.
So, what would influence the choice you're making at the December election?
No, as for me, I'm tired.
wants the change. We need the change. We want the money to come to benefit for our economy. So we are tired. I'm finished.
Hi, what's your name?
Hey.
What's your name? What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Theodore Justice, former assemblyman for Teiman electoral area.
Okay. What are the main issues of concerns for the people here?
Oh, the
main... How do you think would affect how they vote in December?
The coordinator of Brahmani Teiman electoral area. We are here and we are waiting for John Mahama. Yeah, as he's coming, we are all happy to meet our president for 2024. Yeah.
Thank you. So, Sweetie, that's what is happening here. It's a lot of fun here, actually. Now, let me take you to the rally ground to see what is happening.
Thank you so much, Maxwell Agbagba, bringing us those sights and sounds from the campaign trail of John Mahama in the Central Region. Let's do some other stories. Now, the diplomatic community is getting alarmed over what they describe as signals of violence in the upcoming elections. The UK and US are closely watching the situation, noting growing tensions as campaign rallies and public statements by candidates heat up. Despite these concerns, they remain hopeful that Ghana's long-standing tradition of peaceful elections will hold. But to achieve that, they are urging Ghanaians to reject violence when they head to the polls, as the country's reputation of peace and democracy in Africa is at stake. Here is the UK High Commissioner Harriet Thompson speaking at the commemoration of King Charles's birthday here in Accra.
Many of us here tonight will be closely following the run-up to Ghana's elections next month. The UK doesn't support any party over another, but we strongly support Ghana's democracy. Like Ghanaians, we want to see this country continue to be the most stable and successful democracy in the region. That's why we're funding independent domestic observers and why British High Commission staff will travel across the country in coordination with many other diplomatic missions to see Ghanaian democracy in action. Unfortunately, my colleagues and I are frequently told by a range of people that they fear Ghana's 2024 elections will be less peaceful than previous elections. That's worrying for everyone because an election that's not peaceful would be incredibly damaging for Ghana, as well as dangerous, of course, for those directly involved. But the good thing is that politicians and others in influential positions, many of you are here this evening, can prevent this from happening.
Moving on, the Ministry of National Security has taken its flagship campaign dab See Something, Say Something to the Bono East region to sensitize residents about the need for citizens to be security conscious and vigilant at all times. National Coordinator for the campaign, Akosua Dankwa and Team Secretary, urged residents to stay alert and report suspicious activities that could potentially compromise national security to help improve general security in the area. And Asabit tells us more.
The influx of, terrorist groups across the sub-region has ignited the need for Ghana to prepare towards activities of these terrorists who are lingering in neighboring countries. The National Security Ministry, as a result, launched its See Something, Say Something campaign some 2 years ago. Today, the ministry is in the Bono East region to engage as well as sensitize key stakeholders across the region on the need to come together with the ministry to embark on this particular campaign. Today, they are here at the Teiman Senior High School where they are engaging students on the need to, be part of this particular campaign. We've been speaking with the national coordinator for this particular campaign, and she's been telling us why this particular sensitization exercise is quite relevant.
About 2 years ago, the Ministry of National Security launched its flagship campaign that See Something, Say Something. This was on the heels of happenings, as far as terrorist activities are concerned, the world over, and particularly in West African region. As a result, we are having an influx of refugees coming in. And so it became imperative to also, start sensitizing Ghanaians for them to appreciate the need to be security conscious. And also, anytime they spot something suspicious within their space, they'll be able to also alert security agencies to come and take charge of the situation.
Kosuya Dankwa Ntim Setre is the national coordinator for the See Something, Say Something campaign. She disclosed that the ministry has launched a toll-free number for people to report suspicious characters and activities to national security operatives for actions to be taken.
In addition to you reporting to the security agencies, there's a toll-free line that we've put out there, 999, that you can equally call and share whatever you've seen with us, so we can have the appropriate security agency come in to take charge of the situation.
Some students of the Teiman Senior High School after the engagement shared with Joy News what they learned in the process and how they intend to share the messages across.
I'll tell them that when they see something, they should say something. And I will influence them that I heard there was a misunderstanding in Nigeria. Yeah. So I think they are transforming it here. So when they see something, they should say something so that it can help all of us.
I heard that if you see something, say something. So as I'm departing, I'm going to influence my friends that if they see something strange, especially in these election times, if they see something strange, they should quickly report to either parents or those authorities for quick action to be taken.
The team also paid a courtesy call on the Nananom of the Teiman Traditional Council to sensitize them about the new development. Acting President and convener of the Teiman Traditional Council, Nana Techifri, lauded the ministry for the move and promised to lead the campaign across their respective communities to help improve the country's security.
This kind of program is going to help a lot because we can detect a bad person. You know, if you see somebody or suspect, some people that you suspect, you can report them through this number. Through this, Nananom can propagate this through our members. We'll be able to have a meeting with them and really talk to them about it, you know, to sanitize them so that they will be able to know exactly what's going on.
The day one of the regional sensitization exercise ended in the Teiman North District with members of the National Security Ministry also engaging students of the Teiman Senior High School. Anna Sabit, Joy News, Teiman.
The Member of Parliament for Yendi, John Mahama, has commissioned a health centre at Sunson, a farming community in the Yendi municipality. The health centre is expected to serve over 6 communities in the area, and the centre has a consulting room, pharmacy, delivery and rest room, beds among others, and it's expected to commence service immediately. Here's more.
Residents of Sunson and its adjoining communities over the years have had challenges when it comes to accessing health care, especially at night. Several people have been attacked by armed robbers on the Sunson stretch in their bid to get to Yendi to access health care. The people therefore see the construction of the health centre as a relief. Speaking to Joy News after the commissioning, the MP for the area, John Mahama, said he has been able to construct 5 health centres in the area. Beyond the health centre, he said he's brought development to other sectors in the area.
So far, we've done almost like 5, in addition to the emergency center, which was a collaboration between ourselves and another NGO. But in all, if you look at the health delivery systems, it's something that is of my priority. Before I became a member of parliament, I was privileged to have been invited to London, Oxford University in London, and I was a speaker on the health delivery systems in Africa. And I tried to let them know the gaps we were facing, and Yendi as a case study. The new Yendi City Dream, which I came in before I became a member of parliament, was a dream to see us fulfill accessible roads, having adequate roads, having accessible drinking water, having health delivery system, having education. All in all, what we've been able to do is a clear manifestation. The infrastructure development is overwhelming. Yendi has moved from almost from 50% of electrification needs to now we're covering over 80%. And it's my vision that before 2028, we should be able to cover 100%. Recently with you, we went to do the Galgo $90 million electrification solar project. Look at the Yendi roads, the Yendi hospital, the Yendi markets, and a lot of infrastructure employment to the youth of this country.
The Municipal Health Director for Yendi, John Mahama, said the scope of service would expand.
What it means is that with current status of health service delivery in the country, we are having what we call the network of practice, which seeks to get our infrastructures being upgraded It also has to do with ensuring that the health facilities that we are delivering services are up to standard, and then they are well equipped. And then also the facelift in terms of the landscaping and everything is in good shape. And so today, as I have seen this, it's one of the ways that we are achieving one of the objectives of ensuring that we get our infrastructure upgraded, we get our landscaping going on very well, and then we have an expansion in terms of some of the services that we are delivering. And so what I would say here is that currently it is being named a health center, which I'm going to lobby the Honorable MP to support us in upgrading it.
The assemblyman for the area, Musa Awal, said it would be easy to access healthcare without the risks they had to face in the past.
As it was some times ago when you were sick in the middle of the night, to get to Yendi Hospital was very, very distant because there were some armed robbers at the streets there. You can't go to hospital in the middle of the night or maybe by 8 they're going. So we pleaded to our honorable MP that he should help us get a facility. Maybe when we get a facility, all these things will stop. And God willing, so good, he help us to get this clinic. To help us a lot, because maybe when we are sick again, we are not going to Yendi again. When our wives are going to give birth, they are coming here to give birth to. And then we have so many communities around us. They will also get it very easy. Whenever that we are sick or we have pregnant or they are going to give birth, it will help us a lot.
The MP also cast salt for the construction of a 4-bedroom house for the nurses. He also pledged to rent accommodation for the nurses in the interim.
Upper West Regional Director of Health Services, Teiman Punguriyere, has warned that Ghana stands the risk of failing to achieve the universal health coverage goal, which aims at achieving the UN Sustainable Goal 3 by the end of the year 2030. He posited that the current target set for maternal, neonatal and under-5 mortality ratios in the country appears to be far away from achieving the UN Sustainable Goal 3 and called for a review of some of the said indicators. Dr. Punguriyere made the statement during the launch of the Country Innovators Platform in WA. Joy News Upper West Regional Correspondent Rafiq Salam reports.
The Upper West Regional launch of the Country Innovation Platform project, CIP, is a sequel to the national launch of the project last September, aimed at identifying and supporting innovations towards addressing challenges in maternal and newborn health. Upper West Regional Director of Health Services, Dr. Teiman Punguriyere, noted that the past 2 decades have seen the country make significant strides in improving access to health services, singling out access to modern contraceptives, under-5, infant and neonatal mortalities, and stunting that are significantly reduced. He attributed the success to the change in key national health policies, citing the implementation of the Community Health Planning and Services, CHIPS, and the National Health Insurance Scheme. Dr. Teiman Punguriyere, however, pointed out that with the current rate of progress in healthcare delivery, the country will be unable to achieve the universal health coverage goal, which is aimed at achieving the UN Sustainable Goal 3.
For example, the maternal mortality ratio must be reduced to 70 deaths per 100,000 live births, but currently it stands at 315 per 100,000 live births as of 2015. Neonatal mortality rate must be reduced to 12 per 1,000 live births from 17 deaths per 1,000 live births as of 2022, and an under-5 mortality must reduce to at least as low as 25 deaths per 1,000 live births, but currently it stands at 40 deaths per 1,000 live births as of 2022.
10 out of 135 innovators won the bid to implement the CIP in 6 regions in the country. Michael Sorti represented the Director for Policy, Planning, Monitoring and Evaluation at the Ghana Health Service at the launch.
For the Upper West region,
5 innovators shall be implementing over the next 12 to 18 months. These innovators have been carefully chosen, not only for their bold ideas, but also for their commitment to making a tangible impact on the lives of mothers and newborns. Their work will provide invaluable insights into how locally driven solutions can address issues in the areas of enhanced communication and real-time tracking for patient referrals to ensure that no woman in need of urgent care is left behind. Access to emergency transport for mothers and newborns to improve timely access to life-saving interventions. Increased availability of essential medicines and supplies to sustain the health needs of mothers and newborns.
Our Powers Regional Minister, Stephen Yakubu, welcomed the project, pledging the commitment of the Upper West RCC to ensure that the project becomes a success.
5 innovators out of 10, which is the highest number among the 6 beneficiary regions, Upper West, Upper East, Savannah, Northeast, Northern and Western regions. On behalf of the Regional Coordinating Council, I also pledge our unflinching support to the implementation of this initiative in the Upper West region. We shall take keen interest in monitoring progress of implementation and readily avail ourselves to facilitate solutions of any challenges that may arise.
Reporting Podre News, Rafik Salam. Wow.
On that note, let's pause for another quick break. We'll return with some business stories. Keep watching. Welcome back. This is still Joy Newsroom with me, Sweetie Abochi. Let's do some business stories now. Ghana's Venture Capital Trust Fund has been urged to deepen engagement with entrepreneurs aimed at ensuring sustainability of their businesses. According to former Dean for the University of Ghana's Agriculture Department, Professor Daniel Sapong, this is key to creating more jobs. He spoke to Joy Business at the Transonica Synergy 360. Here's more.
The networking summit is to showcase the collaborative potential between Japanese and Ghanaian companies. The summit provides a unique platform for University of Ghana students to present their innovative business ideas to Japanese business professionals. Professor Sapon said government should expand investment in SMEs.
People that allows them to use their talent in developing solutions. We seem not to have this venture capital. We don't have it. I remember years back we set up a venture capital. I don't know what has happened to it now. But that is capital money needs to be made available to our young entrepreneurs. They will dirty their hands for some time, but I tell you, they will learn in the long run.
At the event, there were calls for government to also provide scholarships for students within the entrepreneurship space.
Probably the African people think Japan is far, but not only the geographically, but mindset. Okay, so once you go to Japan, you feel, comfortable. I believe, particularly Ghanaian people and Japanese people have a very similar and common feelings, but still the Japanese companies or Japanese people, Africa is so far. But once we break the barrier.
And that ends it for Joy Newsroom today. My name is Sweetie Abochi. For more news, do log on to myjoyonline.com to keep you informed and updated. Whatever you're up to this weekend, I hope it brings you joy. Thanks for watching.